Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a new in my wardrobe video. This is kind of a collective haul of items that I've picked up over the past few weeks. It is a mix of retailers as a result, so I have everything here from a bag from Gucci to And Other Stories to Reese. I have a couple of items from Nordstrom. I have Abercrombie in here, just a mix of everywhere and a variety of price points as a result. I will be trying everything on. I'll also make sure to leave links and my sizes in the description section below. I hope you guys enjoy this and let's get started. So first up is a white top, and I know it's going to have a lot of glare because my ring light, I had to get a new one and I haven't quite figured out settings yet, so I will do a quick cutaway for this one because otherwise it's going to be very, very bright. But it's this adorable top from And Other Stories. It is so, so cute. So it's this kind of puff sleeve design, and if you guys watch my fashion videos regularly, you'll know I kind of have a love-hate relationship with puff sleeves. Like sometimes I love them and sometimes I feel like they just really don't work on me. But this one I love. I think it's so beautiful. I always love a really pretty kind of blue based floral print as well, and this one is just so lovely, very kind of French inspired, I think. So you have a white base and then you have these beautiful blue flowers printed kind of all over. You have a puff sleeve, but it's not like so exaggerated that it looks super crazy. You also do have this beautiful kind of cinched in effect at the waist, so it's kind of like a smock top but not really exaggerated, and then it flares out very, very gently into like a very subtle peplum. It's not like a full-on peplum, but just really kind of a nice pretty effect. And I thought this was just so beautiful, really, really cute with everything from skirts to jeans, I think. I loved the look of it and I was pleasantly surprised by the fit and the quality as well. I feel like And Other Stories fit on me can be really hit or miss. I've had some great finds and I've also had some items which I really want to love and they just don't fit right, whereas this I feel like is perfect and I just love it. So absolute win, thought this was so beautiful. And next up is this beautiful skirt. If you follow my fashion a lot, you'll know this is very much up my street. I just thought it was stunning. I pretty much live in these kinds of skirts when it comes to the summer months, and this is just such a beautiful version. I love the color. It's a really stunning shade of blue. Like it's not too dark, so it's not a navy, but it's like not too light either. So it's just a really, really pretty deeper shade. You have this beautiful white blossom print all over as well, and it is a zip up one. So there's no elastic, but it still fits very, very well. It isn't lined, so it is very lightweight, especially for warm summer days, but because of the darker fabric, it's not see-through at all. I tried this on with darker underwear and you couldn't see it, and I just love the movement of the fabric. It is an A-line, so there is actually quite a lot of fabric. It's almost deceptively so though, because when you feel it, it doesn't feel like a heavyweight skirt. But when you actually look at the fabric, there's a lot of swish because there is so much. So I love that. You kind of get the drama of the movement and the volume without any of the weight of it. And I just thought this was so lovely. Really pretty if you wanted to do like a contrasting print like the puff sleeve top I just showed you, but also really beautiful if you just wanted to team it with something really plain on top. I just thought this was the loveliest thing. Next up are a couple of tops that I got from Abercrombie, and I mentioned in a recent video that I actually feel like a lot of their pieces are quite Reformation inspired, and I love Reformation. Like if my whole wardrobe could be Reformation, it would be. Their pieces are so beautiful, but they run almost £300 a dress. Like it's a lot of money. The tops are well over 100, and I feel like Abercrombie have just been nailing it in terms of really just like gorgeous pieces which look like they could be from Reformation but are way, way cheaper. And I saw these tops and they are beautiful. Very similar to the tops that I showed in my cheap things that look expensive video, except these ones actually have the tie detail, which I think was actually the only difference between the Reformation ones and those ones that you can kind of see obviously. And I saw these and I thought they were gorgeous. I love the print of this one. So it has a lemon print, so almost a bit Dolce & Gabbana, obviously not at that price point. And then you have the smock detailing on the back, and then you have the tie-up detail as well, so you can adjust it how you want. And I thought this was so beautiful. Again, kind of fitted on the front. It is lined and it's just a really beautiful print. It has kind of almost like a washed out vintage feel to it. Really, really lovely. I also got the white one as well. I feel like I've kind of nailed my sizing at Abercrombie now, so I order kind of fearlessly, and I mean, once you do figure out your sizing, I do find them to be very consistent in terms of, you know, the sizes they produce. And I thought this white one was just so pretty, really cute with denim shorts. I did get a pair of denim shorts from Abercrombie as well, and I feel like not all denim shorts look good on me. I have to be really particular with the cut, and these are so gorgeous. I did have to exchange them for the next size down, but when they arrive, I will show you because I'm so happy with them. I tried them on with this top and I thought it was just such a cute look, really fun for like a summer barbecue, and I just love these tops. They look way pricier than they are, and they're just the prettiest prints. Next up, I have a couple of tops from Nordstrom, and first up is this absolutely beautiful shade. It's this really pretty kind of lilac purple shade, and I thought this was just so lovely. I was absolutely won over by the reviews, and not all of them like loved it, but the ones that did were like, oh my goodness, this top is amazing. So I decided to give it a try, and I do understand what they were talking about. It fits really nicely. There's a ton of stretch to it, so you do get a really nice fit, and then you have this square neckline. I always love a square neckline. I think it looks really seamless, especially if you want to layer it under blazers and jackets. I just think it looks very kind of polished and just a bit different from your usual sweetheart necklines. This one actually has a built-in bra shelf, which is really nice as well. I'm not really sure why they added that, to be honest, because it's not as if you can't wear a bra with it, so that's a bit strange, but maybe they just did it for kind of, I don't know, extra layering, but it works. I love the fit of it as well. Like, as I mentioned, super stretchy, so you can get a really nice fit. And the color is just so pretty and just such a breath of fresh air. Like, I don't see enough things in these kind of lovely lilac shades, and I just thought this was so unbelievably pretty. And then next up, this top. Oh my goodness, I love this thing so much. So this is a kind of proper puff sleeve, another puff sleeve one. And again, I have mixed results usually. And I think, to be honest, it's usually when I go for exaggerated puff sleeve dresses that I'm not so sure. Whereas a top is just so much more wearable because you can just team it with denim, and it does help to just tone down the overall volume. So I love this. This one is a proper kind of, I guess, almost like peasant-like top, if you know the style that I'm talking about. So again, very kind of cottage core. You do have the smock detailing on the body and a peplum, but this one is a little bit more exaggerated than the And Other Stories one. The pattern is so pretty. So it's like a cream base, and then you have the floral print of this beautiful kind of pink, red, and baby blue combo. It's so lovely. You have a tie detail on the front, and then it has both an elasticated back as well as a zip up back as well. I would say I don't necessarily feel like this one runs large. I got a small, but I do think there is like a little bit of room, so I probably could have gone for an extra small. So, you know, if you're in between sizes, maybe go down a size. But I just thought this was so lovely, really cute with denim. Not sure if I'd pair this with skirt. I'll try it, but I love the print and how feminine it is without kind of being a full-on massive dress. Next up is my Gucci Dionysus Super Mini, which is just the most adorable thing. I unboxed this over on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and then I asked yesterday if there was anything specific that you wanted to know. And I did get a few different questions. I also got a lot of questions about what fits inside. I don't usually do what fits inside segments in these kinds of videos, but I figured, one, you guys wanted to know, and two, it won't take very long because it's quite small. So I will show you in a second. I've really just been carrying it with my phone, a mini lipstick, and my card holder, and that's pretty much it. You know, it is a very tiny bag. I was asked if this is a limited edition. I don't believe so. I just think it's part of their new collection. So I think their new collection is called Beloved, and it's basically kind of new spins on their classics. So they have a larger version in this colorway. They also do a green and a blue. They've done that spin on their Marmont line as well. This one just totally stole my heart. You guys know I really like my pink shades, and I just thought it was so beautiful. The detailing is stunning, and I have had a Dionysus before, so I had the, I think it was the small size in the kind of canvas with the black suede, and it's just such a beautiful bag. And I did, again, I posted on my Instagram stories a few days ago if anyone has ever had any bag regrets, because I really haven't. Of any bag that I've sold, you know, even if I really liked it at the time, I'm usually just happy to kind of let it go to a new home. The Dionysus is one bag where I was unsure when I sold it, and there have been a few moments where I was like, oh, I'm not sure I made the right decision, and this bag has just kind of confirmed that for me. Like, I've been enjoying it so much. I love the design. I think the Dionysus is such a stunningly designed bag and just really kind of different from everything else you see out there. And the detail on this one is gorgeous. So the actual kind of clasp is so stunning. I'm going to try and do a close-up of it. It's kind of like an enamel, so it's not like the larger ones. My previous one had almost like a gunmetal clasp. This one is this beautiful white and gold, and you have this stunning print all over with all this detailing. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, you really have to see it. It almost feels like it's a brooch just fastened onto the bag. It just feels like a really ornate piece of jewelry, and it is so stunning. It just totally makes the design. The colorway is this beautiful kind of deep burgundy leather, but it's got like a hint of berry to it as well. So it really matches really nicely with the baby pink trim. And I just think this is so stunning. Like, the look is absolutely gorgeous. Opens up with a button closure, and then on the inside it is just plain. There aren't any pockets, and then you do have a little keyring as well if you wanted to attach anything. You can also hang this on the outside as well, so if you wanted to fasten, I don't know, hand sanitizer or an extra pouch, you absolutely could do that as well. You can also remove the chain, so you can use it as a clutch, which I think is a really adorable option. And then the chain as well, I did get some questions about it. If it was like a cheaper chain, I didn't really understand what they meant, but it's not at all. Like, it's a very, very heavyweight chain. It's the same kind of hardware that you get on the larger models. So it's like a gunmetal chain. So there's a substantial amount of weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap at all, like quite the opposite. And it's just like a very, very nicely made chain. I do believe you can shorten it if you want, because it is quite long. So if you wanted to loop it round like so, you could do, and then that shortens it. So that's a nice option if you are more on the petite side. I do find it not too long, but it is definitely kind of a good length, and that's, you know, on me, I'm 5'7", so if you were more on the petite side, I do think that would be a nice length option. And yeah, so far I do think it's really cute, no doubt about it. It is very, very small, but if you can pare down your essentials, then I think it's a really cute little accessory. Like, it's not one if you do need to carry kind of anything more than the absolute essentials. It's literally, you know, small lipstick, card holder, phone, and that's your lot. But if you know that it's going to be, especially like a really warm day where you don't want to get too bogged down and you want something that you're not really going to have to feel or fuss around with, this is just gorgeous. I think it adds a really beautiful kind of luxe element to your outfit, and I just have been really, really kind of enamored with it. So absolutely gorgeous. I will now quickly show you what can fit inside, but yeah, I've really, really been loving it. So here is my Gucci Dionysus Super Mini, and as I mentioned, this is not a large bag, so there aren't a ton of different configurations you can have with it. So I just packed it the way I normally do. So I have a total of 3 items in here, and inside, as you can see, it is full with those 3 items. So I do carry it with a little card holder. This one is my Saint Laurent one, and I mean, I packed it fairly full, I suppose. I have, I think, 6 cards in here, so it is a little bit bulky, but that is generally kind of all the cards I will use on a daily basis. And then I also have a little lipstick. So this is a mini. I know my Dior lip shines don't fit inside along with my card holder on my phone, but I think a smaller lipstick or a kind of midi sized one will. This is a very mini one, so it fits without any problem at all, but I think you could probably go a little bit bigger and still manage to fit it inside. And then I do just have my phone as well. So this one I do just still have with the case. Obviously, if you decided to take the case off, you would have a little bit more room, but I find that it fits fine with the case, so I'd rather not remove it if I can. I don't remember what model type my phone is. It is a few years old now. I think it's the XS, but I will make sure of that and I will pop it on screen. It will depend on your phone size, whether you can fit it inside. I know that this isn't the plus size, and I highly doubt that the plus size would fit inside. I did just quickly steal my husband Dan's phone, and I know this doesn't fit inside. So if you can see that, this is some kind of Samsung phone. I have no idea which one, but as you can see, like, that doesn't fit inside. But at the same time, it is quite a bit bigger than my iPhone, if you can kind of see that right there. So the length definitely does matter. Mine is a pretty easy fit, but again, I can't speak for all phones, so I will pop the model of that on screen, but that is something to consider. With my phone though, it does work just great. You know, I can fit in obviously phone, lipstick, and my cards. And it's just, as I mentioned, a very, very dinky and compact size. And that's not including the little kind of keychain right here. Obviously you can hook on anything you want to on the outside, from, you know, a little key pouch to hand sanitizer if you wanted to. So that is what fits inside. As I mentioned, not much at all. So this is really only going to be for you if you're confident in your ability to minimize your belongings, but I have been making it work, and I do think it's a really nice option for just like a really hot summer's day. I'm not sure if I'd wear this in winter because of the proportions, but in terms of kind of lighter summer clothing, the pop of color is gorgeous, and if you know you're not going to need to carry much, this is just a really beautiful, like barely there option, which still adds like a pop of luxe to your outfit, if that makes sense. So I love it. I think the colorway is gorgeous. The detailing is so beautiful, and it's just been really great. So I will keep you guys updated, but so far I've been having a lot of fun with it. I just think it's the most adorable thing. Before I forget, I did also want to mention that my Farfetch code has been reissued, and I was getting a few messages that my code didn't work. There was an issue with the old ones, they had to reissue it, so that's been done. I will pop the new one on screen and in the description section. I think there's maybe 2 more weeks to shop it. It gets you 10% off your purchase. It is new emails, and there are some brand exclusions, so I will pop all the T's and C's below. So many amazing brands are included though. Saint Laurent is included, so the puffer line and the regular Lou line as well. And I did just spot that my pink card holder with the gold hardware has just been restocked. I know so many of you are gutted that you missed out, and they have restocked that, so I will pop the link for that one below. I've been using mine constantly, and it's just the most beautiful shade, so now is a good time if you did miss out on that one. But so many amazing brands are included as well. There's Mulberry, so their mini Alexas are included, Anya Hindmarch, Manolo Blahnik, just so many great designers. So I'll pop all the details below if you did want to check that out. And finally, for my Nordstrom items, I have this gorgeous little dress, which I thought was so fun and cute. If you've been following along on my Instagram stories, you will know that we've been going out a lot, like really making the most of the fact that, one, it's been really beautiful weather for the most part, and also just that things are open, and I feel like we have like 18 months worth of going out to make up for. And so I've just been basically shopping for all the going out pieces, and I thought this mini dress was just so cute. So it has a lot of ruffle detail. It's very, very girly, so fully planning on wearing this just, you know, with heels. I do also think though that would be really cute with sandals and a denim jacket or a moto jacket if you wanted to dress it down. You have this beautiful ruffle neckline, which I thought was so lovely. It is a zip up one, and it has this kind of ruching but extra material design on the body, and that is the world's worst description, but I'm not fully sure how else to explain it. Hopefully you'll see what I mean from my kind of mod shots. It is fully lined, and there's just like a lot of ruffles, but because it is smaller in proportion, like it doesn't feel too much. I'm always wary of too many ruffles making me look, you know, like a 60-year-old aunt, whereas I don't feel like, because it is shorter, it does have that effect. The print is just a black base with a really pretty kind of white blossom print on top. Really subtle, and I just thought this was so cute, really girly, really fun. It is short, but you know, it's not so short that it doesn't cover your bum, and I just love this. So huge fan of this. I thought it was gorgeous. And now for a couple of pieces from Reese. I saw this dress and I just thought it was so beautiful, and I got another dress from them maybe a couple of months ago which had a cutout design, and it's become one of my favorite dresses. I just think it's so gorgeous, and it's one of those items that when you put it on you just feel so great and just that little bit more confident, and I just love it. So I've kind of been feeling all the warm and fuzzies towards their cutout dresses. I saw they had this one in, and I thought that the color was really lovely. It is like a pale peach, and I feel like sometimes pale peach can be really flattering and sometimes not, but I do think this one looks really pretty. It does have a cutout detail on the stomach, but it does have quite like a loose and airy feel. The fabric is kind of like a crepe material. You do have a side slit, but it's not super exaggerated because there is quite a lot of fabric. And then on the neckline, you have this beautiful kind of ring detail, and then a halter neck design, and it is a little bit looser around the arms, so it's quite like a low cut. It is a zip up one as well, and I can absolutely imagine this on holiday, you know, really beautiful with a pair of sandals. But I also think that if you wanted to dress up, I think this would be beautiful as well. I just thought this was so lovely, really pretty as an everyday dress if you wanted to wear it with sandals. Equally cute for a date night if you wanted to do heels. So beautiful. I absolutely love the drape of it. And then finally I have this playsuit, and I love a good playsuit, and I try on way more than I buy because usually they just don't look good on me. I don't know if I have like an overly long torso. I don't feel like I do, but they just don't always like fit proportionally, and it's always a struggle. But this one fits amazingly well. I love it. It's so cute. So it's just a plain black one, and it's a very similar fabric. So I have a shirt dress that I showed, again, I think it was a couple of months ago, very similar fabric to that. So it's definitely not a flimsy one. There is some weight to it, but because of that, it's actually quite structured as well. So I feel like it looks really smart. I love the fact that the shorts are more of a kind of looser one, but again, it's still very fitted and sharp looking. You do have pockets, which is always an absolute win for me. And it does kind of zip up and then button up, and then you have a tie. So there are quite a few fastenings, so maybe not one if you need to go to the toilet really quickly. Playsuits are never the one for that. And I'm not gonna lie, the practicality isn't always ideal, but I just love the look of them, so I'm willing to sacrifice that. It does have a pretty simple collar. You have a pocket on either side as well. And I just thought this was so chic and cute. I love it. So I was super happy with this. I can't even tell you how many playsuits I've tried to make work and it just hasn't happened. So I thought very, very excited about this one. I just thought it was so fun and cool looking. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I did have a quick question for you before I go. I wanted to know, do you guys like kind of mix and match hauls which are at a variety of price points and also different retailers? Or did you want more like dedicated retailer videos? So I do have a Zara video coming up, like a kind of come shop with me, but I didn't know if you liked the mix and match or if you like dedicated brands or a mix of the two. So if you have a preference, let me know in the comment section below. As promised, I will also leave links and all my sizes in the description section. But again, if you have any other questions, leave me a comment and I will try and get back to you. If you enjoyed the video, please do give us a thumbs up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.
No supermodel in my dirty jeans, but in my 24 inches heels.